Okay, so gonna be going over GBP CAD, GJ, GBP AUD, and gold for August 18, 2020. So let's check out GJ. I was saying that in analysis, I said that these are just lower highs for potential liquidity grab, and we were going to find support somewhere and then push up for the rest of the week. So it looks like that this was true. If we do continue up, this entire move down that we saw on Monday was just a liquidity grab, right? And we did find support. So where was support found? So you see this movement in daily candles were not closing above this, right? No candles, although they're rejecting up here, these candles were not closing. Like, we broke out, it looked like a breakout, and then we came back down to this level, right? So that's where that support, that candle body support comes from, right there, right? So if we go on 4 hour, we see, or even lower time frame, let's go 30 minute. Whatever. We can even adjust this a bit, but we don't have to. So we see that we made a low, right, at the support in, I'm gonna go 15 minutes just for, made a low in Asian session. Like this is, not even, this is like 11 p.m. We made a low, and then we consolidated. But in order for bullish momentum to come in, we have to make a higher low, right? Higher low before we go back down, because all we were doing before is making lower highs and lower lows. So lower highs, lower lows, right? So we have to break out of that like bearish structure in order to go bullish, right? So we had the low, and then 2 a.m. So price started consolidating here, right? Started consolidating here, 2 a.m. liquidity grab. Created the higher low right at 2 a.m. This 15-minute candle, 2 a.m., 2:15, started heading up. Retested support again, head up, another higher low, head up, high, create another higher low, and then high. So basically, nice entry points. If you look here, price wasn't closing like this level here, right? These candles were not able to break it, but once we did break it, it retested it and then continued, right? So that level is actually the psychological level, 0.800, 0.200, 0.500, 0.00. So 138.800, not closing above, right? And then we see this is just a minor level, right? Because this was the main daily level down here. So once we did break it on 15 minute at 3:45 a.m., we retested it, created a new high, and then created a new high by 6:30 a.m. And then 6:30 a.m. price came back down, grabbed more liquidity, right? Because now we're approaching New York Open, and to keep pushing up, we got to come down, get more order flow, because there's not enough order flow up here to keep pushing up. And we saw that due to like these rejections, like these candles were just stalling, right? And we know because of timing that New York is most likely to do a pullback for liquidity before continuing up to generate more orders in the market. So because why would people start entering up here when they know that New York gonna have a liquidity grab and then continue up? So this would be a prime entry as well, because we see that we're still closing above 138.800. And that was a good level, because once this daily support rejected, if we kept staying above 138.800, we were going to continue up. So if we're looking at it on the higher time frame, so 1 second, just from here, when the break, let's say you wanted that 35 pips till 6:30 a.m. and then could have held a runner, set this to break even, and then let that run for 70 pips. So we knew that it wasn't just gonna continue up 35 pips. We're gonna pull back, create a new higher low to make a new high, right? Take over this high. So let me move this one. So 4 hour, you see this support was rejected, right? And the fact that this move was just a liquidity grab for the week. So the weekly candle, now the weekly candle has a lower wick. Before we didn't. Well, we were making it, but now it's possible that, what the hell, why can't I do this? Wow, that's weird. So now we have a lower wick. Now it's possible that now we just continue up here. Wow, okay, I'm not going to draw the weekly. So now that we created we had a low here, right? Higher low, then we had a new high. Now we create a new higher low. Now what are we gonna do? Create a new high. And where's the next level? 140.8, right? Because this is a historical level from before. Look at these. Let me just move those. Right here, all of October to November, end of November 2019, these daily candles were not closing above 140.8. Yes, they were going above because of these wicks, but they weren't closing above, right? And then once we did break above, we retested it exactly. Look, exactly to the pip, 140.8, right? And then now we knew that was a historical level from there. And then over here as well, January 6th, rejected it when we were just ranging. Again, February 4th, right? So it's a historical level. Now that we know that bullish momentum has stepped in, we're still maintaining this bullish structure, right? We're still maintaining this bullish structure. Where's the next place we can go? Up here. So now we just got to think what's going to happen, right? Now that we know our direction is 100% that, and this was just a liquidity grab like I explained in the analysis, what's price likely to do? Oh, price is likely to come down, make a higher low somewhere, and continue up to 148. 140.8, sorry, not 148, which is still 140 pips away, right? So all we got to do is just watch in London where price comes down. Maybe this is a good level, 0.200. Maybe it'll come down to 138, 139, right? We just got to watch. We have this right here. So, and I remember that we had this trend line that seems like we broke, or even like if we were to do it like that. So this broke, right? So it's possibly come down to like 200, 139.200, something like that before continuing up, right? That would be the higher low after we created a high. We had a higher low here, and a low. So now, if we maintain this bullish structure, something like this could happen, right? And then, so that could happen. First stop would be up here, right? That's our range right now. And then once that got taken out, 140.2, and then we continue up to 140.8. So that's what we're watching out on GJ. But yeah, that was just a liquidity grab move. This moved down. I explained that this was going to happen in the analysis, and exactly happened because we saw that weekly was bullish, daily was bullish. So this move down doesn't mean that sellers are taking over. It's just that premium price point, right? Why would the move start from here and go to 140.8 when banks have the power to just bring price down to a better price point, grab orders from here, and then start the entire move, right? So that's GJ. No, I'm not going to pay for a trading view. Anyways, GBP CAD, cool. So analysis was this. Once we break this level, 133.880, break retest, trend line's broken, and we'd continue up to the next level up here, 1.7520. So exactly that happened. So this was start of the week. We didn't make it down here, but we did have a low rate. We had it reject this low twice. So we had a low, we created a high. We're unsure if this was a lower high to continue down, or was it actually a high, and then, but now we got a higher low, right? This low higher than this one. We had a high. Now look at this. Now we just created a new high. And what does the analysis say? Analysis was like, if we do break this, safe buys if price breaks above trend line plus level. Wow, we broken above this level. And it's just this is the next level that we're gonna go to. How do we know this? Candles over here closing right there, very clean, right? So look at this, and basically all we're looking for is, so let me explain what happened yesterday. So I'm just gonna draw this small support here. Let's draw this like that. Okay, so price came in Asian, rejected this trend line. I thought that it was most likely gonna do something like this, but that's just a reminder to just react to how the market's doing, not what you think. So it came down, but every time this trend line got tapped, came down, rejected this level, right? This minor support, kept doing it. So it looked quite unlikely by like pre-New York that we were going to continue down, because this would have to break to go down, then we'd retest and then continue, right? But essentially this was the low, this was the high, and now we were just forming a higher low. Once this trend line broke, you see it reacted right here, retested it, and then continued up to this level, which was this point here. So on 1 hour, trend line broke, retested it, right? Low, higher low, created a new high. Now what are we looking for? Now we're looking for a retest of this level, something like this, and then continue up to here, right? Because as we saw before, continue down, broke the level, retested, and then down here, right? Same with here, broke the level, retested exactly, down to the next level, right? This shit happens all the time. Even like here, look, rejected it, created a higher low, up to the next level. Now we are also out of the bearish market structure. Remember this bearish trend line? First we're making a high, lower high, lower high, but now we had the low, higher low market structures. Oh, now instead of doing this, now we're doing this. Now this is possible, right? So remember I said that this was the monthly range up here. That's our monthly candle rejected, and even on weekly, it's possible it pulls back up to there, this area, right? Let me show you on the monthly, all these monthly candles, right? So it's possible we push up to there, but we're just gonna have to watch level to level. So you got this level broken, watch for a retest of here. When we stay above here, then we got this much, we go to the next level. And how many pips is that from down here? 135. It is quite likely that we're gonna come back down here because it's not that big, right? It's like fucking 40 pips light. So see how last time we broke a level, we retested it exactly. Here we retest exactly 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and then we reacted to it again. So this is a strong level. This is strong. It's a strong historical level. So I'll be watching price to react to this, and this is what I want. This could be trade of the week, honestly. So buys up here, 18 pips, and then that's 130 pips. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'll be watching for on GBP CAD, because now we know that we're out of the bearish market structure. We got a series of highs, higher highs and higher lows. Now we're just waiting to see where we can make that higher low and then continue up to the next level. Yeah, but I always say a certain price has to be met before the move starts. So if the move starts from here, I'm not interested in buying. Okay, but if the move starts from here, now it's just extra confidence because that price has been met. Just how the move didn't start from this point, right? No, it started from here because there's orders. There's orders waiting up here. Banks pushing price up to a better price point. Same with here. Price didn't start from here and continue down. It went up, retested this level. So this is a historical level. So yeah, watch for retest here and then buys from straight from 173.88, 174-ish area. Cool. Analysis playing on, expecting it to go up to 1.7528. GBP AUD. Yes, sir. So I had this level here, for our level. So we basically have a big range on GA, right? There's your top. Here's your bottom, right? So active rejection here is the first time we came down, bounced back up, and then we came back down, rejected it, continued up, right? So we know this is support because these candles right here, right? So yesterday price actually came down. Let me go into our price came down and started consolidating. Once this starts happening, where first of all, this is a very strong support. So it's likely that instead of the high, the lower high, the lower high, the low, the lower low, the new low, that instead of doing this, it's possible that structure shifts and we start doing this, right? So, and that's exactly what happened. So we had basically, once price is compressing, it's starting up for next move, okay? So you could have even drawn a box around here. and been like, okay, this is just orders being generated in the market. That's why the market's not moving. It's not ready to move yet, or not enough orders being generated, buy orders right at support. And then once we go into lower time frames, we can see, okay, cool, made a new low. Unsure yet if we're out of that market structure or we're going to continue down. Cool. Created a higher low. All right. And then we went and created a high. Right. Now you're seeing what's happening. This is happening. Right. Lower time frame are showing this. And then you're looking to yourself and you're like, okay, but we're at a 4-hour support and that's what's happening. Wow. Now we're approaching London. See this pullback? Now you know that there's this range here. That's a new high, right? Price made a new high. Now it's possible that this move down is a lower high, like from pre-London, and then we continue up, right? So I actually had buys here. I'll show you exactly where I had buys. I had buys at 8.2 right here, okay? And then I got stopped out at break even. No, I had it at 8.3-ish. And then this 15-minute candle came and stopped me out at break even. And that was already past my entry point, so I didn't want to enter up here. But essentially, the support price rejected the support. Low, higher low, higher low. This was the higher low, high, right? Higher high. And then we went up, came back down. New York, same, didn't break past this low and then continue up. If it broke past this low, it's going to go back down to this level, but it didn't. So essentially, bullish market structure stepped in, higher low for New York, and then we continued on. My target was initially, where is it? Sorry. Was like this area. This is my target. And although it played out nicely, it sucks that I got stopped out. But yeah, that would have been 70 pips. That's what my take profit was, and my stop loss was I think around 16, 17 pips. Because I knew that when I saw a bunch of 15-minute candles just rejecting this, like creating that higher low, this was perfect for entry, and then up and up. So that was pretty straightforward. For basically all it was, 4-hour support, previous support, rejecting, and then price continued up, right? And where's the likely target if we keep going up? Like pound is right now going up right here, right? And then once we get past this, we can head up here, right? So 138.500 is what I'm looking for. Most likely something like this. Remove those, and then something like this, right? So 138.5 is what I said, right? So just like right here. So that's our range right now. That's a previous high, even like here, right? So maybe something like this happens, right? Find a support somewhere along here, or could even push further down and then continue up. So basically we had a higher low, high. Now we're looking, now we're looking for another higher low to go back to this previous high. Next level. Yep. Yeah, I see candle bodies, so perfect level, and then next candle body up here. Cool. Wow, gold was a fucking movie. Like I said, what did I say? That we're gonna bring, when we stay above 178.500, price was gonna continue up to the next level, 2015. And look at this. So in Asian, right at Asian, I rejected. Price wasn't breaking low, and that was your higher low right there. It wasn't breaking below this level, 1980 even, and then kept going up, created a new high, new higher low, and then new high. By basically 3 a.m., we were already at 2010. So we basically filled this entire range from to at New York. We tapped 2015, and the level that I had from yesterday's analysis, 2015, was tapped exactly. And then look what happened. So you get there at 8 a.m., 8:30. Now, you know that we just created a high. This is a good place to take profit, right? This was your next level. And these levels are straight from, like, look, right? These candles were not closing above here, right? Here, explain this. On here, candles were wicking here. You see these wicks? Once price broke here, next 2 4-hour candles wick down there and continued up. Here we had a reaction here, right? So this is a good level. And then what happened exactly is price came, tapped here, and then we saw like from 8:40 to 9:45, an hour, we saw double top forming. First of all, we saw it rejecting this level, and as soon as this level rejected, New York volume pushed it straight down back to 1978. That is 315 pips in less than an hour. That's a lot. Remember, it took since 8 a.m. No, sorry, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. to go up 315 pips, and that exact same thing happened in an hour in New York. Why? Because when big institutional banks take profit, sellers are gonna take in. They push price up, okay, and once their price was met, exactly here, like I said, price pushed down to the next level. Oh, where's the next level? Right here, in 1978. So it's just levels to level. And then now look at this. Wow, what's gonna happen if we reject this level? If you want to even go deeper, 1 minute, bro, it's a $6 trillion market. I say this every day. How is it reacting right at this level? How is it not breaking above this level? It's not magic. It's because these are actual levels of supply and demand. And look at that. As soon as we reject it, wow, boom, continued up, higher, low, high, continued up, right? So if someone was in buys here, this 1 minute price action, this lower time frame price action at this should have told you to get the fuck out. Something's happening. And then continue down, boom, level to level. Now where are we gonna go? Now let's see where we're gonna go. Wow, we have this. Maybe 4 hours gonna do something like this. Continue up, break this, retest 2015, head up to 2069. I missed this because this was too early. I was hoping this would happen in London, and then continued up. But now all we gotta wait for is essentially price to break up here, retest 2015. Now we know it's this level still holds. Even here, these candles were not, like, you see they're rejecting it until we broke down right here. So once this breaks, then we can continue up to, where's the next level? 2069. And how do we know that? Boom. Daily candles right here, right? 4-hour candles not breaking above this level. Okay, we might even continue up to, let me add another level. Actually, I see something. We might even continue up to like here first, right? Because these candles are not closing low. So that's still fucking 300 pips up. So first level would be something like this, right? And then once we break this, then like that. But yeah, gold just trending up. And essentially this was your higher low, right? We created a new high. Hold on, create a new high, right? And then we create a new higher low, and then continue up, create a new higher low, continue up, right? Because we're still maintaining that bullish structure. And that's all. And I think even for extra confirmation, trend line right there, tap the trend line exactly, 1978 level, and then continue up. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So that was actually super good.